We are starting day 2 of Sherlock Holmes Chapter One. We're going to continue from where we left off, which was we're about to go into the police station because the police had done an investigation to Sherlock's mom's death, and he thought she had died of consumption, basically tuberculosis. So now we're going to be checking out the police archives.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
But why the archives? Won't that stall everyone's work?
You bet it will. He's looking up all the thieves in Cordona over the past decade. Say one thing for Logan. He's persistent.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
Alright, so we're studying a new case. Load times are fast, at least. Alright, case book. Located at the intersection of Knights Road and Trinity Way. Alright, let's put that on the map. Assuming that's... Oh, no. Then what's... Oh, that's the fast travel point, I guess. I guess like right here? Ish? Alright, police are... Well, I mean, their building's right there. Alright, Mrs. Nini's Atelier.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, Signore.
Let's do it a little differently.
I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Signor Holmes.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat-up looking, an utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind. Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
Alright, so before we do that, we're going to do a missable achievement. How is Watson fucking everywhere?
Oh, look at this old chap putting on airs like some Italian doge. Why don't you disguise
He
yourself
said
as him
doge.
instead?
We have a job to do, John.
Oh, come on, at least do him first.
Alright, so we need to dress ourselves up as the guy in the hat. But we need to go, let's see. Wardrobe. Have to like pick up all the items. The assassin. Oh, supposed to be a lady's costume. I thought it was like the Assassin's Creed robes or something. The dude has a top hat. Is there a top hat? Alright, I think if I just do this, hit dead ends. If you don't dress appropriately, luckily he has a penchant for disguise, so you visit the wardrobe menu to change his outfit. Okay. I don't think there's any other things we can pick up here. Alright, Holston. Alright. Wardrobe. We're gonna do ugly beige suit. Top hat. No glasses. Long sideburns. Old man makeup. Holy shit, alright. Why does he look like Laura Prepon from That 70s Show? Alright. And then I guess we go and talk to her. Or do we talk to him?
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Alright.
No, signore. That hat is wrong. I told you it was a regular bowler.
You didn't tell me it was a bowler.
But I did. You ought to pay more attention, signore.
Alright, wardrobe. Oop.
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Casebook. Okay, so do I have to pin it to get it to...
Uncle Giovanni? Oh, signore, you look exactly like my uncle. He's the grandson of the Doge of Venice, you know. I knew you reminded me of someone. You are as alike as two peas. Perhaps you have some royal blood in you, too.
That is flattering, I suppose, but I sincerely doubt it, Mum.
Told you he's a doge. Now that's a deduction.
He's not an actual doge.
If you say so, my lord, the doge.
Alright. Beaten up, wearing glasses, wearing a bowler, looked like a rascal. Worst suit in the game, just awful. Bowler. Square glasses. That. Fake bruises. Looks like a zombie or like Pete Davidson weird gray skin. Alright.
Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mom, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so I'm assuming we're gonna need to... Sorry, lady. Case book. Use portrait.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get with that unequal save. Wish it didn't say a mother's love for all of them, but work with what we've got. Archive. All right. Well, she was murdered, so it's probably gonna be a violent crime. Grand Saray. Victims. All I found in the archive was an empty folder labeled thusly: Case of Violet Holmes, April 9th, 1869, Stonewood Manor, Grand Saray. No documents inside at all. It seems that there really was a police investigation, yet all the case files are missing. That's suspicious.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I'm starting to think John's a figment of his imagination. Oh, you have to hear this guy's proposition.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic? A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Alright, let's unpin Vogel's story.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Alright, aim, press left trigger, fire with right trigger. Activate slow motion to highlight objects you can shoot, but only for a limited time. Reload with X. Okay. Alright, simple enough.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood.
Okay, yeah, he's definitely a figment of our imagination.
Steady, Sherry. Steady.
Hold to sprint.
And go. Sherlock, you are the fastest man alive. My favourite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage and don't forget the environment.
Alright, aiming slows time, highlighting enemy weak points and helpful nearby objects. Shooting these will open up your foe for arrest. Aiming at environmental objects, make sure your enemy is in proximity before you fire. Okay.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time.
Oh,
Let's
is it
move
like
on.
set them on fire or?
Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armor.
Hooray!
All right, let's move on, Sherry.
Did
The
they
snuff's
just-
ready.
Keep an explosive there?
If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all calculated.
Okay, must recharge after each use, but every arrest you make speeds up the recharge. Okay.
Look at that helmet of his.
Bucket
You won't be
sand.
able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results. Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these.
But
They
I
are
don't have a
blank
license to
rounds.
kill? Isn't it a
So,
James Bond game?
Are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Worried?
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
Murder is cruel and excessive. Try to arrest the enemy instead. Disorient your opponent, get in close, and then press A to arrest them. Follow the clues promptly to immobilize your foe. Alright. It's not his mind palace, Chris.
No more crime for you until next month.
Alright, you need to find a way to...
Too simple.
The Mind
the
Palace
pepper
is
snuff.
just like a thing in the notebook menu. We can't do kill shots. These are actual police officers. Shit. Alright, survivable shot in the head.
I am invincible.
Overcome him, don't...
What?
I'm coming.
Gross. Shoot him in the lung. I don't think this game has that level of interactivity.
I'm gonna hurt you.
How is he teleporting?
Not that easy.
Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party.
Alright. Guy's making it hard on us. Bad game. I mean, so far it's, so far it's pretty good.
Get ready for some pain.
Do I have to shoot the thing off his eyes? I need a band-aid for my multiple gunshot ones. I'll be fine, Eternal. I'll just walk it off. Well timed. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully better than I am at this.
Just die.
You woke up not dead, so you guess you're fine. All right, that's a pretty good way to measure that. And what, Chris? I might start trying to shoot him in the leg.
I can overcome the brute now.
Oh, okay.
The snuff's ready.
Oop.
I'm coming for you.
Overcome him. Don't.
I couldn't miss the party.
Alright, I totally fucked that up. Yeah, but I shot him in his, like, his eyeglass armor or whatever. I'm just going to try to lure him to an area where I can drop the fire on him. His eyeglass armor, because he apparently had armored glasses. Right. Perfectly reasonable to survive a gunshot to your glass. Yeah, of course. Got steel rims.
Weaken him first.
I'm coming.
There we go.
Oh, don't cry, you'll live.
That took longer than it needed to.
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant.
Yay!
Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Bandit Lair has been marked on your map. Oh, they're replayable combat arenas. Okay. Alright, well, I won't worry about that now. Let's see. Glimpse of a bridge and a church on a hill. Grand Surrey. Yeah. There's like no topographical map. I'm assuming since this is a darker building. Oop. That. We're rewarded for each arrest. Sounds corrupt. What would you have me do instead, Chris? Just start shooting people? Wait, do I have fast travel point over there? Kind of, yes. Do I need to go to... Oh, those are just markers, not actual fast travel point. That's a fast travel point. Shoot them in the heart, probably. This isn't Sniper Elite 5, my guy. Snoozer Elite 5. If it were, you'd shoot him in balls. Very true, Eternal.
Hello.
Eternal, did I run you through Authentic on Sniper Elite 5? Can't remember. Think I did? Yes, I did, because Lightspeed was mad about it. Alright, now we can run. Alright. Go figure, we have to go to the police station and learn how to sprint. Alright.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here. And it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
This letter does not reach you, for it would mean you have committed to your absurd flight of fancy. The past is the past. To expend any more time and energy retreading one's steps is at best childish indulgence and at worst pathological weakness. Consumption is an ugly end, and you are better off for not witnessing it, despite all your protestations. One presumes by now you have visited our mother's final resting place. I trust this has satisfied your impetuous impulses and frees you to return to London at once. It is time to turn your back on what was and help to shape what could be. The nation needs you. Mycroft. Why was Lightspeed mad about it?
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home.
I guess he
before.
didn't want me to help you.
Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft I know. Predictable.
Because he's just not a good person. Yeah, as Chris said, he's mid. It's very
There she is.
toxic.
Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
Well, yeah, because you're
You
an
were
adult
a couple
now.
of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Haha, Doctor Who reference. Alright.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
Does it have collectibles, or can I just run through it? There are missable achievements. The TA guide
I did
is
not
really
expect
good.
these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Like each chapter has a missable achievement, but I don't believe collectibles.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious.
All right. Unpin that. And then I'm going to assume. The last stop is the uninstall button. Uninstalling it now won't play before it leaves Game Pass. Too mid to buy. When does it leave Game Pass? Tomorrow? You guys should be able to knock it out before tomorrow night at midnight.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier, perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Try to recall that memory about the policeman, Sherry. Concentrate.
Knocked out your articles quickly last night so you could get to it. Escaping from the COD mines. Alright. Oh, so I was in the building. I don't know how do I remove. Oh, okay, right some. All right. Remembering my past. Right. So Chris, the Mind Palace is basically you have to like link pieces together.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
No COD stuff currently. Had to write a review for Dinosaur Island DLC for Let's Build a Zoo. It's been stuck in limbo for last month because of COD. A preview of the No More Robots new game, Spirity. Oh, okay. I got a review copy of a game called The Walking Zombies 2.
That we were arrested.
And I need to figure out when I'm going to fit that in this week.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation.
Sherlock Holmes used opium, so he's probably fucked up.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha. In we go.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Public auction will take place on July 20th at Stonewood Manor. Okay.
And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. It is worth a look, wouldn't you say?
Find furniture traders, acquire items for your manor. All right.
One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. It's like deja vu. Mycroft's umbrella, the only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning.
Arriving at Cordona.
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?
There other stuff we can interact with here?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor.
He's repping San Jose. What's he mad about? Died unexpectedly in her home yesterday. 20 and 10. All right. Sherlock was born in 1859. Mycroft, Laura's dad? No. Mycroft is Sherlock's brother. Older brother.
Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather suspicious.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Our mother brought a slew of belongings with her. She refused to leave a single thing in London. Mycroft had to spend the whole day dealing with it. This trip was a challenge for our mother. I tried to help her. There was always a hat on our stand, but I'm sure it did not belong to Mycroft.
Do you feel it? Is it the air shimmering, or is it my imagination?
All right. Someone else here.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Is that not it? Oh, John was being a dick and he's just hanging out there?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so that's not Mycroft then.
Your neighbors will be told that Mrs. Holmes is suffering from tuberculosis. It is common to move closer to the sea in such cases.
Thank you, Dr. Richter. No, Sherlock, step away from her. Upstairs. Go to your room.
Lean on me, Mother. Take your time.
Actually, I never heard her coughing. I remember now.
We arrived in the early morning of a rainy day. Sherry's mother was weak and unsteady, so we tried to help her. Mycroft was very serious while dealing with luggage. When he saw Sherlock trying to help his mother up, he commanded him to go upstairs to our room. The last person to arrive was the doctor, Otto Richter, who said that the neighbors will believe that Violet has tuberculosis. Sherry just realized that he never heard her coughing. Solve it faster? Trying, Chris, I'm trying.
Oh, I feel dizzy. It's stuffy in here, isn't it?
John, are you all right?
I'll be okay in a minute. How about we find our room in the meantime?
Another one.
Oh,
There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. I think our family portrait used to hang here.
you have dormant tuberculosis? Well, Eternal, he thought she died of tuberculosis, but there was a police investigation into it, and the police files were stolen. So it's more than likely a not tuberculosis situation.
Look at this. It's like traveling 10 years into the past with a single step. Oddly satisfying.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
It was the butler with the candlestick in the library, after all? Probably.
I'll never forget how challenging it was to obtain this simple sketch.
A candlestick, do you mean sawn-off shotgun? This is England, Chris, not America.
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
They have sawed-offs back then? I think when were shotguns invented?
The first chemical laboratory I ever made. I almost miss its elegant simplicity. Look at this, John. Remember how desperately I wanted to learn the violin? I never had a proper opportunity.
Such a shame. I always hated the rule about being silent in this place.
Can of beans. Blunderby. Blunderby, I've never even heard Blunderby before. That's incredible.
A magnificent tool made for a spurious purpose, staring into the sky. I've definitely found a better use for it.
Was he staring at
You mean
boobies?
for spying on people?
Interesting. What's that over there? This doorknob has a cross-shaped end. Too intricate to be merely a handle.
You know what? That definitely looks like a key. Let's poke around and see if we can find any secrets.
The only fiction book on my table. I can still hear my mother reading it to me. So many pleasant evenings were spent here with the Encyclopedia Americana.
As opposed to the Britannica? UK equivalent of a snub-nosed shotgun is a blunderbuss. They didn't saw that off. They flared it out. I'm just being an idiot in chat, as I do Eternal as an outlet, as it were, as you do. John has dared me to find the hidden item in our room. John's got to be a figment of Sherlock's imagination here.
Oh, it reminds me of our neighbour. He had the same balloon in his yard, only bigger. Do you remember?
Yes. We visited him several times while living here. Cannot believe all my toys are still here.
Hey, they were not just yours, they were half mine too.
An artifact from Palau carved out of bone and claimed to be 300 years old. My mother proved it was a fake. My very favorite plaything. It was the perfect pirate treasure.
All right. Oh, Mind Palace, alright. Okay, so he is an imaginary friend. Dev's asking you what time you want to book an interview for. You're like, I don't know how to convert time zones. Do you know where they live? Or where they're based? All right. Mycroft lied. People died. I don't know how those two combine, but let's see. There are no records about my mother's death. We had a family friend on Cardona. He may know something. All right. Facebook. Alright, we need to find the family friend, I guess. CEST? I don't even know what CEST is.
Wasn't that neighbour missing a finger?
Oh, that does sound vaguely familiar. Wasn't his name, Theodore? Theodore Gilden, perhaps?
It's the perfect time to investigate.
Alright, let's put our
Perfect
in.
match. My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again.
If CEST is central, then it's 2 hours. It's an hour behind you. 2 hours ahead of me.
Made of cherry wood. Father's favorite.
Oh, I have to find a scannable point.
Made of cherry wood.
Another scannable point? Oh.
Still has a faint odor of tobacco. One of the few things on this island that smell like home.
Siger?
I knew you'd find it in no time.
All right. Let's see here. Looking for a family friend. It's been a minute since we saved, so let's go ahead and save. Alright. Near the Greek bridge with a gas air balloon in the yard. The bridge there. Assuming this is going to be the compass mark. All right.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Who's it?
Destruction and trampled ground.
All right. Oh shit.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
Should have
Disjointed
protected his
vertebrae.
neck.
Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
Ugh.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
Oh god, I was watching the movie Ambulance with Jake Gyllenhaal and Galia Abdul Mateen, where it's a bank robbery involved, and one of the guys in the robbery gets run over by a truck, and they pull him out, and it's like his legs are flattened and crushed and bent all fucked up like that. It was so gnarly. Right, we already did that.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
What other thing is there to investigate? Oh.
A missing pinky, middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
The guy we needed to talk to... dead.
A strong pull broke this leash.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
18 inches in width. Alright. Trying to find whatever the other interactable piece is. Oh. Blood.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Blood and saliva.
Sherlock, take a picture
At least
of the
it's not
It's
blood and
valuable
cum.
evidence.
Use left trigger to activate your camera and RT to take a photo. Alright.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
This is quite comfy.
An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
All these toys are arranged. Did Lightspeed arrange all these toys while crying?
Didn't we get to fly in it as children? I doubt it could hold my weight today. A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Wet and thick ropes. Chat, I'm discussing. I'm sorry.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship. It's seen a lot of use. The blade is worn from grinding. Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
All right. Mine Palace. Life may have killed Theodore. All right. All right. This is like another form of the Mind Palace, Chris. Where you have to like reconstruct sequences. That's probably it. Less lame than a notebook. Yeah, it's called imagination.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh, there we go. Have to actually get the murder figured out.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh, blood and saliva.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
I suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Animal suspect.
What's up?
Is this familiar to you?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
Hey, yo! Elephant named Goliath crossed the Greek bridge in the direction of the forest where Theodore used to walk it. Yeah, just taking your elephant for a walk. Alright, bridge is...
Who's it?
Where's the bridge? That way? There's no stamina in this. Alright, those look like elephant footprints to me.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
Oh, okay, there's the path. Oh, this highlighted thing, alright. Gratitude to this island will grow just as this tree I give to you from the most responsible citizen in Cordona, A Gilded.
Okay, hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
At least we're tracking its footprints instead of its, like, droppings. God, if you've ever seen an elephant shit, it's disgusting. Remember, like, Marine World in Vallejo? They had the elephants that were used in first Star Wars movie, because it was like close to area where Lucasfilm was, and good lord, things dropped piles. Elephant went deeper, alright? What's this?
Strange. It was hung with care.
Oh, does this match the dressing robe thing that we found? Dear Theodore, I'm writing to you as a fellow islander. I value our friendship just as I value the lives of our people. I'm afraid this one-sided friendship cannot tie my hands any longer. Being made to look weak in the eyes of your neighbors, to believe that your tree is a mockery, not a peace offering as you intended. The people are afraid. You refuse to give your elephant a proper trainer, instead using your own limited knowledge to teach it. It is an impossible situation. I admit that I did not I did think of having the elephant forcibly taken and given to Mr. Tailheart. It was shown that he is quite capable of looking after the elephant being, although she is female, far less frightening than your beast. Please reconsider the situation. For William Sinclair, the governor of Cordona. Cordona is a fictional island, by the way, in the Mediterranean.
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
All right. Oop. Alright, where's the bridge? Back over here? Yep. Frames? Oh shit. Yeah, I just dropped a bunch of frames. It looks stable now. Says I dropped like 9,400 frames. Internet's been kind of goofy lately, or slow. I think just because of the heat. It's been really bad.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Alright.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
That is a terrifying experience, Miss Gilden. I'm sorry you had to go through it.
Thank you. Goliath must be caught, Mr. Holmes.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now.
Fair enough.
The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
All right.
I have to leave you for now.
All right, let's find some clues.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary. She packed as much as she could carry. The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
What does he want them to do? Pose like they're mid-coitus?
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk.
Uh-oh.
You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think.
John's read the books. Is John like a dissociative identity of Sherlock's? I know he's an imaginary character, but...
A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
British lady hates pigtails and she's friendly, alright. Gilded Cage. That's quite some flame they've got there.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Quite the spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution.
Oh, both of his parents.
From before Mycroft was born. Our family loves to prod at the past. Mother. It's nice to see her young and smiling.
Holmes's desire to rake up the past is hereditary.
Quite the spectrum. From the history of the Roman Empire to conspiracy theories of the French Revolution. What's so special about this place? Another elephant? A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen. A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Okay. Prosthetic
A
finger.
relatively functional choice to replace the finger.
It's strap-on pinky finger.
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Like Sex
Theodore
Panther.
seek some pink elephants with this.
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured.
$1877.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Okay. Are there any other clues that we can get in here? That's all done. Oh. Looks like an interactable.
His second child? An apparent son and heir, I'd say.
Don't say son. It's so gross outside right now.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit. A. Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Alright, so we may need to go like City Hall or something.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Ooh, savage.
I found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit. These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
Oh, did her partner kill him or kill her dad or provoke the elephant into killing her dad so that he could stay there? Or maybe she did that?
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean?
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl, and my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy,
I'm
Mr.
seeing motive
Holmes.
here.
It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Okay. All right, so from here, Paul Perks is a professional yachtsman who sails the Whirlpool at Salacia Yacht Club in southern Grand Surrey. Okay. And put that on the map. That's really close to us. Um, all right, so we have to go find a little yachty. Oh, I can fast travel at least. All right, that's super useful.
Extra, extra! Look at what you've done! Criminal Luca Gallicci, posing as a medium.
Music is kind of unsettling. Double check and make sure there's nothing of note over here. There's not a door? Oh, we probably have to...
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
That's a question I can answer.
No one has seen him since morning. He might be in his room in the workshop south of the yacht club. All right. South is this way. Oh, yeah, the God of War Ragnarok release date. Yeah, apparently Jason Schreier said that they're going to post the release date tomorrow. Oh. Oh, he's alive. Okay. We'll get a 95 on Metacritic. Imagine if it doesn't and people freak out. They'll still buy it because it's PlayStation, and then when it comes out in 4 years on PC, you're gonna be like, fuck PlayStation. All right.
Champions Whirlpool. Pool's bread and butter.
Gonna lose Game of the Year to the Elden. I sure hope not. If God of War is not better than Elden Ring, I'm gonna be very mad.
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
You should have a warning to cover your ears.
Nothing can beat Elden Ring this year. Imagine if it's The Last of Us Part 1. What does it? Oh, what are you? Sales of Hatred, alright.
Sales of Hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything else in this room. Not saying it won't for you. You would possibly put a Elden Ring over God of War sequel? Whirlpool, alright. Okay, so I'm gonna need to put some pieces together here. All right. Oh, the Bazooka-ology trilogy? Okay. Got the second book. Should be ashamed to have it. Alright, locked.
Bloodied bandages. Has someone been hurt?
Where would a champion hide a key?
Slightly crooked, recently moved. Oh.
I hope Paul is more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys. Bloodied bandages. To earn big, you have to spend big. Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. Additional earnings to sweeten the victory. An interesting place for a message to a champion. Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another.
All right. Blues. Keep hitting the left trigger to into observation mode.
A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs. An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these. Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving.
All right, Mind Palace. Oop. All right, so we don't have enough to tie it to John, or not John, Paul, the other, one of the other Beatles. Excuse me, hiccups are trying to come back. All right. Caddy.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think.
All right, so... Oh. So did he drug the elephant and get it to attack?
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Let's see here.
Oi.
What?
Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written
Nice
everywhere.
alt-right haircut,
Mr. Perks,
fuckboy.
the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
I'm Sherlock Holmes, a friend of our mutual acquaintance, Miss Imogen.
Look, you artichoke. Imogen has no friends. Except for me.
If you must try to insult people, it's better to know the meanings of the words that you're using.
You fancy you could teach a sailor to swear? Go ahead. Show me how inventive you are.
Stand still for a moment.
Alright, so we're gonna look at him and then criticize, come up with an insult that way. Is Paul really Paula? All Perks is a woman who disguises herself as a man to achieve a higher social position. I mean, it wasn't uncommon. It did happen back then. Oliver ever into sport, even though it comes with the occasional accident on the open sea, bruises, and an injured arm are badges of honor in this dangerous sport. She's a fearless yachtswoman and will not give it up. And when it costs her, and yet that is a man's prerogative, I see no reason to disclose to anyone else. Yeah, want to out them.
I'm impressed by how well a woman can handle a yacht and endure so many hardships on the open sea. The revelation of your nature could well humiliate so many rich men here, not to mention how you have broken the rules. But I understand. You've done this to forge a real career in the sport. But tell me something. Has no one asked you why you don't grow a beard?
Shh! Have you been following me? You better not be wanting to end my career, because I swear you'll regret it if I get outed.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat.
Alright, time for violence.
But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
I'm coming for you.
Oh fuck!
Take a
Kneecapped
rest.
him?
The snuff's ready.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Oh fuck! Oh, there's multiple. All right.
Take this! He's all yours now. Go for it.
Dodge this!
Give him the pepper snuff. Damn him, don't... I couldn't miss the party.
Take this!
He's got the
Overcome the brute now.
glasses again.
I'm coming.
Don't bother moving. Don't cry. You'll...
The snuff's ready.
Where's the other fuckboy? Oh,
I couldn't miss the party.
Take a rest, my friend.
where do they keep spawning from?
Time to knock this guy out.
Take this!
Don't work.
Just die!
Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't bother.
We don't have to, like, worry about bullets. Constantly have them.
Get ready for some pain.
Oh, my jaunty cap. Oh, I thought it was going to shoot him in the head. That would have been amazing.
And there's no reward for risking our lives.
Paul's explanation will suffice.
Hey, yo. Arrest 10 enemies. I guess I'm a badass. All that. Here we go.
Your fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes. I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
What were you doing this morning, Miss Perks?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
Ugh, you've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing Whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
You wondered what's in a wonder ball?
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words, or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
Sherlock with the homophobia? Did not expect that.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening. I don't know what this means.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist. A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
All right. Toxic masculinity coming from that lady.
I'm clueless.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that court owner has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination.
I don't know what this means.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
All right. Mind Palace time. Theodore Gilden was highly motivated to destroy Paul's career and well-being, even going so far as to hire criminals. All right. All right. So I guess got new info. So I guess go back to Imogen then. Drop a heap of evidence on her. Fast travel, you're my hero. Alright, fancy suit, sir, I like it. Oh no. Her room was over here.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me. I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Are you aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door.
It's chilling to think the monster is free.
Alright, I guess we can't show her any other evidence. Okay, so yeah, we still need to find Ace Swift. Evidence, place on map. All right. Old Yacht Club. Working together on a project in the old city. She doesn't know anything else, but said that this partnership involved a lot of paperwork. So I guess... We have to go to go to the archives or like City Hall or something to dig up files. That's City Hall. You're not? There's fast travel here. Alright, looks like we're going to be taking the long way then. Oh, I think I have to be outside for fast travel. Never mind.
A commendable effort to barricade the windows.
Alright. Okay, now, okay, yeah, so you have to be outside to activate fast travel. We don't have to worry about the stamina. Am I not allowed to come in here at night? Or is this the... Okay.
Are you lost, sir?
Not at all. I'm right where I need to be. I'm Sherlock Holmes, by the way.
Ursula Oni, the chief archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct. And now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course. But in return, perhaps dinner?
Hey, yo.
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
Right. Archive, alright. Subjects. Businesses. Assuming, because, right? The construction plan. Period. I would assume now. Registries, legal documents. Oh, I can only do 3 at a time. Old City is... They said they were working on it, right? Registration of an LTD.
With your love for archives, you would have made the perfect bureaucrat.
All right. And you. Let's see. Beyond the fortification walls in Old City, Cordona, so it's at Bazaar and Arnott. Old City is where? Here. Here's Bazaar. Where's Arnott? All right. That is quite a hike. Actually, not really.
Should it concentrate, Sherry?
I'm not going to worry about another quest right now. To turn to the left. Going. Oh, I got really twisted around there. Okay. All right, we're on the right path. It's foggier than Silent Hill. Holy shit. Dude is high as a kite. All right. At least we're getting more fast travel points by running a long way here. I mean,
from day to night, Aiden stands there, recruiting non-rebellious workers for the dig.
I overheard that in order to enter a dig site, I need to be employed. A man named Aiden recruits new workers in the Old City Marketplace, the west end of the district. He has a scar on his neck and only looks for working types with a pro-British attitude. All right. Move that and that. Probably need to get some clothes. Blend in.
Nice affordable clothes. Step right up. Let's pick something that suits you.
Not a merchant. Worker's apron. What's the difference between renting and buying? I guess rent.
Be careful with what you've taken.
It'll be fine, my dude.
Don't pass by. Welcome, welcome.
Where were they recruiting? Old City Market? Okay. Gotta come across as a working class hero. Class hero is something to be.
The market square, beating heart of the old city.
I wonder if they still sell that heavenly Turkish delight around the corner.
Alright, so we need to find a guy with a neck wound. Tell him that we're pro Britain. Stroking his neck.
Sir, kind sir, might I steal your attention?
I'm not buying.
Ah, that is the thing. You won't waste a single mangir. I am a digger, you see, and I have heard of a dig site so deep it clogs your ears. I want to be there.
Why are you telling me this?
I have heard of a man recruiting for such a dig. A man with a scar, such as the one that you're hiding. And your boots are dirty with the deep clay I am so familiar with. Oh, I hope it wasn't too rude of me to point that out.
You have a good eye. And you just want to dig? Dig deep and that's it? What's the catch? Are you in desperate need of money?
Oh, there is no catch, sir. I won't even ask for advance pay. Just give me a shovel and I'll dig a hole like you've never seen.
Huh. Is that so? Well, I have to ask you an important question first. Would you be fine working for Brits?
I am all for them.
Well, you say that, but can you prove it?
I love tea.
I'll sing you a very special song. God save our gracious queen.
Cut it! Or people here will make you their queen.
I can also speak in limericks.
Please don't. You might be a little bit weak in the head, but a natural-born digger with a keen eye is what we need. Take this permission slip and go to this address. The guard will let you in and check with the professor once you're there.
Alright. So let's fast travel back. I should have put the marker there too. Oh, that's not where we need to be.
Don't miss out on my unique...
Oh, okay. They're the guys we eavesdropped on.
Stop loitering and get inside. Newcomer, talk to the professor first. He's the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Help me, please.
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Alright.
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
Archaeological treasure. You're hoping to find something priceless, something that will change our history.
Bravo, young man. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. We're looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb.
I'll help you. That is my goal as a worker.
Good. Listen to me carefully, then. I hate repeating myself. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything, always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one and no one else. You hear anything other than that, It's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior.
All right, character sketch. Oh, that's kind of like the knife that we found. I can't think of like rich archaeologists, so.
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
Show me what you got.
Don't touch anything here. Get back to work.
Oh, hello, frame rate.
A plan for this whole operation. This reminds me of my father's room. This might prove useful. I'll note it down.
Okay. Time to go and dig. It's one of them British games in it. Yeah. How you doing, Sam? Yeah, we haven't spilled the tea yet, but still time.
Sharpest pickaxe. A guilty pleasure of the real archaeologist. Missing your Laura, Mr.
Tired.
Smith?
Same.
Hey, a word about the trilogy.
Right then, you literary expert. You, what was so important about these books? Or did you simply need some kindling?
It's inspirational. I have a plan. Are you listening?
I wish I wasn't, but I am.
So, we catch a monkey, a langur, for example, then we extract some blood from it.
What? Why?
It will make us forever young, Sherry. Page 127 of the second book.
Oh, I am so done with this.
No, wait. Then how about we make a wax statue?
I've stopped listening, John.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of my allergies, my allergy meds, and the heat that I'm just exhausted. I'm just trying to push through to at least the end of this case.
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened to the statue.
Oop. That timed?
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened.
This is a dig site found a statue with a lion helmet head. It originally lay on the pedestal closest to the beach. Someone kicked it over the edge. As a result, the statue broke and the pedestal remains tilted. The tilted tower. We need to go find the statue, I guess.
A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife? A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons.
Oh, pedestal.
There were 4 statues here originally.
I wonder what the 3 other statues look like.
What are you playing anything to keep yourself awake, Sam, or are you just working on your music?
Somehow the text remains legible. Let's see if I remember my Latin.
Vidus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind. Right? Look at our Mind Palace. Arthur has fresh bruises on his elbow, and the partnership ended? No? May have received his injury while falling on Gilded Shed. Okay. Facebook. Do I have to go back to him now, or? Um... Poseidon.
Help me, please.
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
Okay.
Take a shovel and dig.
Rude.
Vitus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind.
Titus and Vitus. Oh, Eurus. Um... On a hill with 4 pedestals, only one statue remains, a female figure with that held a sickle. The inscription near the 4 pedestals translates to Vitus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind. Oh, it's just John fucking around up there. Okay. This is the tilted platform.
A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife? A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons.
Poseidon's just letting it all hang out. Amazing. He can do all this stuff, but he can't mantle.
May I ask you something?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
Yeah. Some of the dialogue in this game is very bizarre. Okay, this has to be the statue, right? Yeah, there's for the NPCs, they really didn't put much thought into the NPCs who have nothing to do with the game. Right. I need to select a different piece of evidence. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a save. I'm going to quit out and then see if that respawns it in. Because looking at the Power Picks guide, it should be giving me something that's not spawning. Oh, fuck. That takes me way back. All right. Map. The dig site doesn't get a... fast travel point, apparently.
Stop loitering and get it.
A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons. There were 4 statues here originally.
I can't interact with them or scan them in any way.
Vitus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind.
Right, let me look here. After we're ready, after this, we're ready to solve the puzzle by interacting with the white bubble where we inspected the statue. And I listened, I eavesdropped.
Is this familiar to you?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
All right, pin evidence.
May I ask for your assistance?
You and I are the economic foundation of this island. We should help each other. But I don't know what you are talking about.
All right, you're useless.
A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife? A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons.
Alright, so there's supposed to be a... little thingamajig for us to put together. Oh, okay. Looking at the... I just looked at the guide and apparently I missed something here. That's probably what's keeping it from spawning. Pliny the Elder. That's a beer that's
Mr.
popular
Swift didn't realize the
in
significance
Northern
of the
California.
statues. Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
Oh, I want one of these. Or two.
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
Alright, so hopefully that... enough? Yep, there it is. Alright, so we need to reconstruct this. Out the lion head. Then she's got the sickle here.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Oh.
It seems everything's in place. Now, let's see what this has to tell us.
Alright. Alright, here's the pathway. Hey.
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
Alright. That means we can go back to where he was and look at the stuff on the desk. Alright. Curious about the elephant. Alright, so it's kind of a motive there that feels like he's not doing the right thing. Oh. These are the
A
darts.
box of darts. handy against rodents of all kinds.
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation.
News cycle over the past couple weeks has been overwhelming. Yeah, it's been quite a bit.
Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many. Will you allow me to return to my research, or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet.
I think he should have gotten more than 30 years. He'll be in his 80s by the time he gets out.
What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal, such as an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it.
Be 85? Yeah, well, I mean, if he makes it that long.
You have a weakness for nostalgia? Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
The cards don't lie either.
With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there.
Same, but I know that people who do those kind of crimes, they don't do well in prison. And he's a celebrity too, so that also puts a target on his back. But I still think it's, 30 years is better than, say, like how OJ got away with murder twice, or, a double murder.
I've nothing to add.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about. I've nothing to add.
As far as I can tell, you're a man of the academic world, so this book about Nabe and Laura is just an empirical study?
What? That nonsense? I'd prefer to lose my eyesight than read such trash.
So, you know nothing about it?
I know nothing. I wish I'd never heard of it in the first place, this caricature of science.
Do I hear traces of envy? You're still relatively young that you might find your own Laura.
Perhaps I envy Nabe, for I cannot simply blow people up for distracting me. That's all. You happy now? Wonderful. I'm a busy man.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me.
What looks like a knife in your left vest pocket.
Moving on. I'm a busy man.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself.
Trying to picture an elephant
from Theodore. It was
like premeditating a murder.
That was predestined to break.
Stroking its trunk like,
Moving on. Moving on.
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more. I've nothing to add.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend of hers. That girl always has her head in the clouds. I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
No, his head is on the ground because he's dead.
One way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated.
Okay. Mind Palace time. B. Nope. Witness to the chaos in Gilden's property. They dropped their knife and may have injuries from the fall. Paul's elbow injury may have been sustained by falling on Theodore Gilden's shed. Hard to draw a conclusion there. I think we still need to find more. Where's... Hold on. Chemical analysis, all right. Then 4. Nope. All right. There. Unlink. Hey, all right, chemistry's done. Hunting a Goliath, pin evidence. Oh, the fabric from the dig site over here.
This fabric will work.
Oh, it's because I'm in this area. I'm not in the world map, so I can't fast travel. Okay. No, I'm outside. Kind of makes sense.
Extra, extra.
Workshop.
Look at what you've done. Criminal Luca Galici.
Where's the... Here? Storage room.
It might fool an elephant.
Mrs. Nini seemed to know her sewing inside out. I bet she missed us.
I hope Miss Nini won't misunderstand me.
Right, where is Mrs. Nini? Who's over... Knights Road and Trinity Way. She was right here. Just sew us like a fake elephant, I guess.
Nice to see you.
Good day, madam. I've come to you with a special requirement. The tailors on the street can't help me, I'm afraid. Could you make a doll for me?
Oh, Senor Holmes. You taught the police how to do their job, and they found the thief. Of course I will help you. But what sort of doll? A child's doll, such as my great niece might play with?
A little larger than your typical doll.
Signore, I don't understand. Boy, girl, animal, and what color?
Animal, a passionate, perhaps amorous animal.
Ah, Signore, you talk in riddles. I am an old lady.
I need you to make an elephant doll that a real elephant can fuck.
Elephant.
I think Mrs. Nini outdid herself with this one. Is that a tail?
That's a trunk, John, but I must agree with you that it's her masterpiece.
Well, let's not waste any time.
Yeah, Twinity is the girl from Neo. She recruits Johnny Silverhands with help from Morbius. Where is she? Got back? Okay, I have it. Okay. Alright, so from here, we go back to Gilden's house.
The game is on.
So, what's the plan? I hope it all doesn't go horribly wrong.
We know that the elephant is seeking a female. We can arrange that. A doll with the appropriate scent might do miracles.
So you're a marriage broker. Well, I suppose that makes me a groomsman. Phew, she is a bit breezy, I must say.
Well, Goliath is eager for a single female elephant in his area. It should be just enough for his taste. You'll need to trust me.
Are we ready? I can't stand the tension.
We're ready. Let's call the elephant.
Submissive trumpet? Or tempting?
How could anyone resist? I knew a lady once who said just that.
Do you like raisins? How do you feel about a date? Holy shit.
Too bad I'm not an elephant. Take your time, Sherry.
You were a chicken, you'd be impeccable? Oh my god. I haven't heard that one
deserves a
before.
slap. And then a kiss.
And here's our lovesick friend.
What is the meaning of this? Why are you bringing it here? I won't allow you to leave.
I assure you that it is only a temporary measure. It won't be long until the elephant is gone, I promise you.
Right. Get into our fancy clothes.
There's something in the needle. A feathered fletching. This might be promising. Peaceful and compliant, almost a gentleman. The left tusk is larger and more worn. You're a left-tusked elephant.
Oh.
It injured itself while running through the forest.
Facebook, let's unpin that. So key evidence, but not all evidence.
This young lady has a childish interest for her age.
Portia makes her look kind of like Florence Pugh, but the character model is kind of yikes.
I can always recognize the spirit of a true artist.
All right, and then what did I miss in the yard?
As if they were struck by a battering ram.
I wonder how we managed not to hear any of this.
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground. Hog heaven.
What other evidence am I missing?
Hog heaven. An amount of attention that most can only dream of.
Alright, well, got the dart. So 3 and then -3. Well, if I do -5 plus 2, I'll make a 3. That makes that. There we go. Strychnine. Unknown third party deliberately shot a poison dart at Goliath to provoke it into attacking Theodore. Or I think they deliberately did it. Is why would you put strychnine in an elephant? Have I solved the mysterious case of Jack the Ripper yet? No. solving this elephant case. But that does remind me, I still need to go back and do the Jack the Ripper DLC in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Which, fuck, I streamed that over a year ago because I was back in my old house. Or oh. In a fit of rage, Goliath killed Theodore Gildan. After a quick one-sided confrontation, the elephant fled, leaving Gildan to succumb to his injuries. The wild animal. I'm not. Yeah, it's a wild animal that was contained. And I think I have to save Goliath for get the achievement anyway. All right. Why is the Mind Palace flipping out again still?
Destruction and trampled ground. Destruction and trampled ground.
I need to double check to make sure there's not one for like all evidence. All right. Doesn't look like it, so we should be fine. Why does it keep asking me to go back to the Mind Palace? Um. All right. Let's make a save just in case I bork this.
royal suite for a favorite pet.
Plenty of food to satisfy even the most fastidious.
Oh, okay, that was the last piece. The watermelons. Alright, then we go tell what's her butt.
You were right about Goliath. Everyone confirmed your opinion. They all agree that the beast is vicious. The animal wielded 2 tons of rage, and Mr. Gilden regrettably didn't stand a chance. The mating season only served to amplify its temper.
Oh, spare me. That's a little too much detail, thank you. What is the point of this conclusion? How do you plan to use your findings?
Miss Gilden, I know how much you dislike the elephant.
Rather more than dislike. I wish I could have done more to that wretch than just speak of it.
But it's innocent. Goliath did not intend to kill your father. It was provoked, scared, and in mating season. Your father took Goliath's normal state for granted, and in doing so made a mistake that caused the elephant to be aggressive.
Stop it! I already know the answer. I don't need your moral perspective on this situation. I don't know why you wasted your time. I actually did more than you.
Which involved what, Miss Gilden?
A man with a big wallet made an offer to take the elephant away. I accepted it. I was so naive, thinking that it was me who was so helpless. But you are useless too.
I am glad that the elephant is no longer of your concern, but I need to make sure.
I don't care, and I don't want to listen. Thought you wouldn't turn up.
Why's that? I suppose it's the English way to leave without saying goodbye, but I never planned to abandon you.
Because you brought the filthy beast here. Because you did nothing to ensure its proper punishment. I had to do everything, not you.
I was piecing together your father's murder.
There was nothing to piece together. I told you, it was Goliath. I never asked you to talk with anyone. I asked you to find the stupid animal.
Even if my efforts are invisible, that does not mean that I did nothing.
I don't have the strength to argue. These are my father's belongings. They're about your mother. Take them all and leave me be.
I won't waste your time any longer, Miss Gilden. Thank you for your help.
Was John's challenge to kill the elephant? Dear Theodore, you know I value our friendship more than most other bonds. We share the same restless soul. Your acceptance and support in trying times has been a blessing. I'm endlessly grateful for the turn of fate that saw Siger and I join the same expedition as you. It changed my life for the better. Nevertheless, I'm not blind nor a hypocrite. I know that your feelings towards me have deepened. Forgive me, Theodore, but I do not feel as you do. I must spare you the pain of one-sided love before it's too late. Please see enclosed the necklace you so thoughtfully gifted in remembrance of our adventure together. I cannot, in good conscience, continue to wear it. I know this letter will cause you such hurt, and for that I can but apologize deeply. Yet my heart is with Siger, who is still unaware of your desires. If this sees the end of our friendship, I will understand, but I truly hope we can continue to share conversations, collaborations, and kindnesses that have brought me such joy all these years. Well, yeah, she was married, and he's trying to scam on his best friend's wife. Oh, it's the same engraving as the watch.
My mother always wore this around her neck until one day it disappeared. I was wondering where it went. She said it was a birthday present from a good friend. I just had another glimpse of a memory, John. It's fuzzy, but I'm sure it happens somewhere in the manor.
Finally moving forward. Shall we go?
Alright. So this takes us back to the mansion, I guess. Just gonna see how long this next part is. Oh, it's a pretty hefty case. All right. I think we'll cut it there for now, just because it's about to be the time when I have to shut off air conditioning, because otherwise they charge out the ass. And it's already super hot in my room, in my streaming room, even with the air conditioning on. So let's hit it up with the save. I'm really enjoying this game, chat. I hope you guys are too. Definitely scratching the itch of like LA noir kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching YouTube. I'll catch you guys in part 3.